Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another live stream. I'm gonna be doing my regular routine, but as you can hear, there's a bit of music in the background that can't be played on stream. It's probably copyrighted, so I'm gonna just play some of the regular music, mute my mic, and then I'll get into my drawing. And then once the music goes off, then I'll be back to talk. So thank you for watching my channel. Feel free to subscribe, like the video, and stick around.
It's 6 o'clock. It's 6:15.
Krista, take two. I'm here on set of an inside look at Anne's.
You've heard this story before with
Okay guys, I think I'm good to turn my mic back on. Welcome to my channel. There was some music just playing in the background that will likely get copyright stricken. So let me turn the music up from this end. Hopefully that's loud enough. So I am just doing the same thing I was doing yesterday. I'm working on the Chocolate Island tree leaves, getting the outline of those out. But I can't decide what size brush. I think I was using size 4, but now it looks a little too big. But size 3 look a little too small. And I don't know how to get to what? Silly me. I need like 3.5. Let's see if that helps. Because I had to double the size 3. And then size 4 was looking too big. Yeah, that works a bit better. Not too big, not too small. So I just started out by giving a rough shape of the leaves that I wanted them to, the direction I wanted them to go in. And now I'm outlining them. I still don't like how I'm doing the leaves, but I've been saying this for the past few streams, but I'm ready to be done with this. Painting this drawing prompt. I'm almost there. Let me see if I just... So once I finish the outline of the leaves, I'll be doing the buildings then I think the painting will go faster. But I'm hoping to get this done by the end of the month, March 31st, and that time is just coming really fast. It's the 19th, so 12 days, 11 days left. And it just depends how many days I have to work on it, and how much time as well it takes me to do each thing. And the line art is taking quite a bit of time. Because even if I work on it every day, I'll still for like half of those days. So what is it, like less than 2 weeks? I'm only able to work on it for an hour and a half. Well, I can like not write for those days and get 3 hours a day in. Hold on, there's an ad I just had to mute. So I can work on it for 3 hours a day, and it'll probably get done faster, but then my writing won't get done. And then like 2 weeks or 12 days of not writing, it won't be, oops, I hope I didn't save that. I think I might have. Okay, I probably hit my save button by accident. I need to switch that. So while that's doing that, it's taking like 10 minutes. So I can either do that and not write for almost 2 weeks, and or I can just do my regular schedule, which I'm going to do, just to keep in mind that this is just the time that I have to work with. So hopefully I can get done within that time. I can't even like map out how long the houses will take me after I do these tree leaves. That's hopefully done by tomorrow. Hopefully I can finish it tomorrow. I have a day off on Saturday that I think is pretty much free. So I'll get 4 hours to work on it. So yeah, I'm just trying to map out. Of course I would save it. I'm just trying to map out my time and how long it takes me to finish drawing. And this one is just a big drawing with a lot of details and a lot of elements that I don't usually work on. So I think the next one is gonna take way less time. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hopefully I ain't jinxed myself. And yeah, so I just have to use my time wisely and improve my drawing speed, things like that. So I just pressed the save button on my tour box, and it's a little short key. It was an accident, but I turned off my autosave because it was just taking too long to save, too long to load, too long to save, and so it'll probably take about 10 minutes just to like process and save. So we just gotta wait for that. yeah, so hopefully I could finish this by the end of the month. This is only the first prompt of a series of prompts that I'm working on. Hopefully all of the prompts will connect to this island that I made. It has a little story behind it, so I'm hoping to connect all the prompts for this prompt list into this island. So the next prompts, they'll either connect to either the chocolate island and or the candy island. They have like a little backstory I've been creating while I've been working on this. The chocolate people, that's not the best name, but the chocolate island people, they have a chief that runs their island, and then the candy island people has a mayor that runs their island. I've been calling the mayor she, so she might be a girl, most likely, just because it was just so organic that I was calling her she. And then the chief would likely be a guy. And then any prompts and any random ideas and stories that I come up with as I'm working through these prompt lists and projects. We might have a whole backstory at the end of this, but I just want to connect them to the two islands because I've just been making up a story as I work on it. I try to only save after I finish streaming, just because it's been doing this. I think it's such a big project, big DPI, probably a little too big. This is my first time working on a finished project in a long time, so I probably just made the canvas too big. So it's almost done. But right now I'm doing the line art, which I'm not a fan of. I was starting to enjoy it, and then now, days into it, I am not a fan. So maybe for the next prompt I won't even do line art. I might try painting without lines, digital painting anyways. Usually if I do draw lines in a traditional drawing or painting, they usually get covered up eventually, because I usually use acrylics or gouache. So I use paint and it just get covered up eventually. So maybe digitally I'll try a drawing where I don't use the lines. I go off with a sketch and I try painting like that. Maybe because I like to stay in the lines and stuff like that and have it be sharp. So maybe I'll use the lasso tool, how certain artists use it, and it still keep their lines sharp, and their it just keeps it sharp, and I don't know, I'm not coming up with a word. So I'll try it that way for the next one, or a few after that. So we're just waiting for this to finish saving. I pressed it by accident, so now we gotta wait. But thank you for watching, and thank you for listening to me ramble as I try to entertain y'all through this loading screen. It takes 10 minutes. I counted it last time. It's probably taking longer, and so that's why I turned off my autosave, because it kept doing that every hour. So originally, which is very funny to think on now, I started this on February 17th, so I was hoping to finish this by the 17th. By around the time that date came, I was nowhere near done, clearly, as you can see. But when I wrote down all the prompt lists and I gave myself a little schedule, I was like, well, I could finish one prompt every 2 weeks. Yeah, it's not going that way. We are going to be, for this one, a month and maybe like close to a month and a half to finish this one. So I know some of them are gonna be way smaller. Like, this is a whole environment. I probably made it way larger. There you go, it's done saving. But I probably made it way larger than I could have. I could have, don't do it again. I did it again. I need to change that shortcut button because it's my 2 most used buttons pressed together saves it. So at least it's saving faster this time because it has nothing to save. Sorry, I'm opening my juice bottle. But yeah, I know the next prompt is a smaller prompt. It's a creature design. So, oh, it flipped the canvas. So let me undo that and let's wait again. So the creature design is mixing a cat with a frog to make a mixing them together to make a creature design, and my plan is to practice some cat drawings, like just learning how to draw cats, then practicing some frog drawings, same thing, and then doing a few different types of like mixing the head of a cat with frog features, things like that, frog body, just some few different types, just to practice the creature design, picking a final one and doing a final painting, and mixing it into this world, which is like a candy island. Well, that's the name of the prompt, but it could either be from the chocolate candies or the sugar candies is what I'm like dividing the two between. There's chocolate and then there's sugar candies, where like lollipops, and it's just a bunch of melted sugar with food coloring. Basically, that's what I separated it as. So that's just the idea I was able to talk about while we waited for my slow computer. But yeah, working on these leaves has not been fun. The branches was fun, the islands was fun. These leaves are not fun, and there's probably a better way to do this, but I don't know it. So I usually have to do things the hard way until I learn a shortcut. And then I thought I had a little shortcut where I was using some of the texture airbrush to get a few different shapes and things, but it's not really turn it out. It worked a little bit, but not too much. So, did it mess up my... So yeah, I'm just trying to do this leaf textures and stuff. It's not really looking too great, but I'ma just keep pushing on. Not looking for perfection. I'm trying to fix my art style, but I don't exactly know what I want. I know what I don't want when I do it. Drawing, I'm like, no, I don't want that, but right now I'm just trying to make some finished pieces. Get myself some.
Gain peace of mind by choosing network.
So I'm learning my process, like the stages I take towards the finished painting, while also learning trying to either build my style or create my style. So all of this is pretty organic, very few references. I did a few like studies, but I usually don't have nothing open unless I need an idea. I don't think that's what I'm going for, but I'm gonna stick with it because doing it on my own was not working right. It was starting to look like an alligator. So yeah, I'm basically just teaching myself some new things and just trying to learn. So hopefully that's a little better because I wasn't liking how it was looking. And another slight problem that I've been having is just probably just making decisions really. So I'm using a lot of layers because I don't want to fully commit and delete anything just in case I want it and I don't fully know what I want to be in the back and then what I want to be in the front. So this mountain right here, there's smaller pieces right here that I might put in front of this, these leaves, but so that has me drawing everything fully because I can't say for sure what's gonna be in the back, almost gonna be in the front. So I'm not deleting anything or half drawing anything. So that's something I probably need to fix. Like, just make sure I have the sketch before I do the line art, that I know it fully before I start having to draw everything that might not end up being in the final painting. So this is supposed to start going in a little bit because I have the basic shape of, I was about to say the clouds, but the bunches of leaves, some in front, some behind. I'm trying to put this tree layer, find this tree layer.
And manage cloud storage.
Trying to find this tree layer and change the color of it. Oops, was I trying on the wrong one? Okay, it's this one. So I'm just roughly following this pattern. Try to not make it all the same, but it's not really looking like that. I'm really hoping that painting it would help way more. Cause I'm just working on the outline, the outer borders of everything, and not really any of the details that could be inside of it. So I can do that later. Okay, so that's that one. I had a little bit more from my little outline of the shape of the leaves, but I want the branch to show as well, because if it's not in front of these leaves, then I at least want it showing through a little bit. So it's 7 o'clock. In 30 minutes, I'll be switching over to my writing project, and this is what I mean by just managing my time. This is how much I was able to get done in an hour. And it might just, well, no, I did finish like doing the basic shape of everything, of all the leaves before I started the line art, but it's still, you know, not a lot within that time each day, just an hour and a half. So, but I'm still gonna stick with that time. And then sometimes I can even like just work on stuff for longer on my days off, but that would mean me pushing a lot of things to the background, and everything else will start building up, and it just be a mountain of things for me to try to work through. So I will only be able to, you know, get what I can done in the amount of time I can allow for just drawing. And then the amount of time I allow for writing. And then I'm trying to edit some videos. Like, this is me multitasking a lot of things. Studying, learning, creating finished art, streaming, just, it's a bit of multitasking, like still getting things done, because I was gonna make regular videos, but nothing was getting done fast enough for me to post in a reasonable time. Like I said, I wanted to finish this at least every 2 weeks, if not every week, and that flew so far out the window that I would probably never get a video out. And if I did, like maybe once every other month. So this helped with that, and I have content. And then I'm gonna start making some time to edit some short videos while I'm still don't have a finished piece to show. And then once I do finish it, I'll put all these videos together and show a speed paint of how I was able to finish this. But for now, I can like work with the bits and pieces that I do have and that I am working on, and that's what's done so far. It always takes me about an hour to get like settled in and comfortable drawing after taking like a break and stuff, like stopping and coming back the next day. So like an hour out of an hour and a half is me like getting back into the momentum. And then 30 minutes later, I gotta switch out. It's not as hard with writing for me to get back in the story, but to draw I have to like remember what brush I was using, have it feel normal again, because I was using like the exact same brush I've been using, but for some reason it felt too big, so I had to like get used to that feeling again. So now I'm like drawing a little faster for the second one now that I know what I'm doing again, and in 30 minutes I'll have to stop. So that's one of the cons of, just doing what you can when you can. You can't really get comfortable, or when you do get comfortable, it's time to like stop. So, but this is like part-time for me. I'm trying to make it a priority, but some things just come ahead of it. And it's just basic things like I gotta go to work, gotta stop, gotta eat, gotta sleep. So it comes after all those things. So I'm following the shape, but I'm not following the green sketch lines I gave myself, because it's not fully filled in with the texture. So I'll add some more. It's gonna be random, so it's hard to just going back and forth with it. So I like how that turned out, so I'm not gonna erase it until because I just wanted to break up this whole tree a little bit with some leaves going through. So I keep having to go back and add to the rough sketch I had. And match the pattern I gave myself. I think that one is fine. Just do the same thing here. And if you wonder why the music be stopping suddenly, it's because I'm playing a playlist on YouTube, and well, not a playlist, it is a playlist, but it's a 12-hour video of copyright free songs, and this ad just happened to be 3 minutes. So I just mute it until the music come back on, but that ad was 3 minutes.
19.
And that was so much easier because I got warmed up. Unlike before where I was just not really knowing what I was doing. So it was slow, hard in a way. That was a little faster. A little bit more detail in the inside of the leaves, but I could fix it more. a little later in the next stage. Okay, can I get another little thing done? Cause here's like the tree trunk, the tree branches, the tree leaves are all gonna be in and out of each other. Some on top, some in front, some behind. So I'm drawing everything separately so I can erase and add as I need to.
Gain
Let me add more. Of the texture leaves. A little bit of randomness that I can follow along to. I can kind of get rid of my house sketch layers, which is the yellows. Even though that's gonna be woven in with everything as well. What's on top, what's on the bottom, what's the main focus, things like that. So 5 more minutes and I'll be switching over. Get some writing in. So Friday, tomorrow, I'll be streaming the same time. And then Saturday, I'll be streaming 8 a.m. in the morning to 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So my regular streaming schedule for my days off. And then I'll have to set up my streams for the next week. I have my schedule, but I also have a appointment to get my car fixed, and I have to drop it off, which I can like come back and stream, but I'm not going to because I don't want to break it up like that. So I might be streaming later for that day. When it gets closer to the day, I'll know the time I'm gonna stream. So I'm just probably gonna get some videos, like edit, see if I can finish a short and post it in that time, or whatever else I gotta do, like clean up or cook before they call me back to pick up my car. I just don't like starting things when I know like something else is about to happen, so it's like a little anxious waiting thing that I have, where I have to like not be in the middle of something knowing that I'm waiting for something else to like happen or start, or I don't know why I'm like that, but I can't start something knowing that something might interrupt it. Like what if they call early for me to pick it up, like it don't take the amount of time they said it will, and I have to like just stop abruptly. So I'm gonna just wait till everything is done. Okay, so that's what I was able to get done. Just a small little few bunches of leaves on the chocolate island side. I wanted it to look drastically different from the candy island, but it's not, so I have to wait till I start painting and maybe that'll help. But I'll have to see on that. And then let's see how a bit of how everything is looking. I like how it's going. Some of the colors might change. I know the trunks of I plan for the trunks of the candy island trees to be white. Maybe their leaves will be pink. I don't know. I was thinking their buildings would be white. Theirs is supposed to be more like a light, fluffy, airy, clean feeling. And Chocolate Island was supposed to be like natural, using the environment around them. So they're using their trees and the wood and stuff like that, while the Candy Island is building like, maybe it'll be like glass houses, like something like that. See, a new idea just added randomly. But it's 7:30, so I have to switch over. But yeah, let me write that down. Have it like candy, glass, colorful, different houses like that. Okay, so I'm going to just switch over real quick and put my writing project up. So switching to my like cover screen, it muted everything, so sorry about that. And then I have to make sure my writing screen is don't have the same problem. So if it like mutes all sound, that's why. So let me just switch over. And the sound should be fine for that. And let me just pull up my timer for myself. Okay. There you go. Well, I gotta skip this ad and pull it back up and then unmute the music. So let's just get a quick little update of where I'm at before I start, so I can have it in my like personal records. When I look back on the video, I can know where I started and how many words I wrote and where I ended. So let's see. I really need to save everything at the end of the stream, because I have a bad habit of not doing that. Okay, so I am on page 18 out of 26 pages on Act 2 Part 1, which is only 2 chapters long so far. I haven't added another chapter in just yet. And it is currently at 10,036 words. For my total manuscript, I am at, let's see, I gotta load and I gotta go all the way down and see where. Okay, Act 2 Part 1, Chapter 7, all the way down. Yep, Chapter 7. Sorry for all the scrolling. Try to match up the pages. Okay, so about down. Which page am I on? I said 18. Yeah. 18 is that one right there. All these spreads. Okay, so this page right here for my full manuscript that I have so far in the first edits, the first draft edits. I'm on page 279 out of 287 pages with 109,586 words. So that's where I'm at so far. And I still have a bunch more words and chapters to just copy and paste in from my zero drive, and then I'll be adding more words as I edit those. But for now, I'm just trying to finish chapter 7 and maybe paste in a chapter 2 each once I finish, because I know eventually I stopped adding chapters. I stopped separating it by chapters, but it's 12:35, so I'm gonna start the sprint. And then at 7:53. I'll be back even if the timer don't fully end because I'm a little behind, and I'll see how much I can get done in that time. Okay, so I lied. I'm actually on page, because I had reread the whole chapter 7, added what I need to add. Now I'm going back to the top of chapter 7 just to re-edit, because everything I added and everything I read over, I didn't do my proper editing. So I am actually on page, I'm gonna say I'm on page 14. So up at page 14, that puts me on page 275. So I'm on page 14 out of 26. And on my full manuscript, that's page 275 out of 287. So I'm starting there.
Sustainable products, but they may be different from what you're Okay, sorry guys, my internet or something went down. It stopped completely, but I'm back. I'm happy they have a little setting that don't end the whole stream, so I'm not sure what happened, but it stopped. So if you notice it jumped, that's why. I didn't get too far, so it's fine. My whole computer froze for a second. I thought it was gonna crash, but I'm back. My Wi-Fi is really like working hard today. I don't know, it's just in the yellows and the reds, so hopefully it's not too bad for the stream, but I don't know what's going on. It's always something. Like it's barely in the green today. I don't know what's going on. I'll likely have to reset my Wi-Fi, but I'm not gonna do that while I'm streaming, so it's a little up and down. So I'll reset it before I stream tomorrow. I really have time to fix anything after I come in for work and get out of my work clothes, get something to drink, and set up the stream before I schedule to start streaming. So it's hard to fix anything. I usually have to fix it on my days off. I have more time to do that. So hopefully everything is fine. Sorry, my Wi-Fi and my connection is just really bad today. I'm just a little happy that it's happening now while I'm writing and not while I was drawing. I have an hour left. I might just have to reset my Wi-Fi. It only lasts a second, but it matters. I'll see what I can do. I'm almost at the end of this sprint. Okay, so that's the time. A little bit, 5 minutes left on the clock, but that's just how much time I was late by starting a 23-minute sprint. So I was only able to get 26 words. I'm more so editing now than I am filling in any gaps in missing details, so just fixing small little words here and there and sentences, separating paragraphs, and probably adding like a word or two. If I'm deleting anything, I'm just like fixing a word or correcting a spelling or anything like that. So not much writing. That puts me on page 15 out of 26. I ain't get too far. I'm right on this white paragraph right here that needs a lot of work done. And this page has a lot of white, so it's probably gonna need a bit of work. My string frames and stuff like that is just bouncing all around. Sometimes it's really, really good. Sometimes it's like yellow. Other times it's red and on 0. So hopefully it just lasts for an hour. Yeah, I have about an hour left. Hopefully it just works itself out. So it's 7:55. At 8 o'clock I'll be starting another 23-minute sprint, and hopefully I don't have to run downstairs and reset my Wi-Fi, because I already had to stop and start the stream over, even though it's still into one stream, which I'm happy for that. So I'm on page 15, and it's gonna need a lot of work, a lot of editing. So about 11 pages before I get to the end and can add the next few chapters. I'm a little tired, or not really tired, but I keep yawning. So this morning I've been working on building myself a little digital planner calendar-ish thing. So I'm working with like a few different programs 2 to 3. I'm trying to figure out which one works best with my Google Calendar that I'm like time blocking everything in. So I just put in some filled in my free time with editing videos. It's about my least favorite part, but I made a list. I made a to-do list and a like content list of plans of videos I plan to make, short videos and long videos, more short videos than long videos with how long my journeys are taking me. So hopefully that will fill up some of the space, and I'll be breaking up my streams, explaining a little bit more in details what I'm working on, and have it in one place. That's for the long videos. Like I'll have long writing videos of updates on my projects, and updates on my drawings, and then for my short videos I'll have like a shorter version of that, how much work I'm able to get through in a day and stuff like that. So it's just the idea. I have to work and do the work to put it out there. I'm hoping to start that and get enough done to start posting this month, if not this month, then next month. And then we're about to start another sprint, but I have a little bit of a problem because I'm happy to like start basically start my social media and stuff, but like these months are going by fast, and eventually I'll be moving again. So hopefully it's my last move for a while. I'm just not happy with the place I'm at. So that might like mess up my regular streaming schedule for like maybe a month or so. Hopefully not, but I'll let y'all know and keep y'all updated on that. But one more minute before I start a new sprint. I was just trying to fill in the time. But that's a little update of what's going on, what'll be going on with my channel. So hopefully that will give me a lot of time to edit videos. When I won't be able to stream, you'll still have something to watch. But 30 more seconds and I'll be starting the sprint, and then I'll be back at 8:23. I started it too early, so I paused it.
It's 8 o'clock.
Sorry, I keep having to pop on and off of my main screen that keeps popping this little box on and off. These 3-minute ads has really been trying me today. But there's this like movie cartoon thing playing and it looks interesting even though I put it on mute. Animal Farms. I like the animation and the style for the animals, 3D. So I'm letting it play. It looks cool. That style is really nice. But it's mostly animals. It's called Animal Farms. Angel? I think it's called Animal Farms. I don't know. I wasn't able to listen to it. Sometimes I need to look up words and phrases. Like, I have an idea of what I'm trying to say, and I know there's like a certain phrase or a word for it, but it just doesn't come to mind when I need it. I'm just looking for this one word. It's not a glass cannon, but I'm gonna double check what that means, but it's something I can't think of it, and it's gonna bug me. Okay, it's close to that. It's close to glass cannon, but not. So I'm gonna leave it. Let me see what I put. I put power cannon. I knew it was something cannon, but glass cannon is not exactly the right word because she's not like defenseless or like weakened her defense, but she's like overpowered, but not overpowered because she don't like control or understand her powers fully. So I don't think it's glass cannon that I'm looking for. So let me see if power cannon is actually a thing. No, so I'm just put glass, but it's not it. Okay, so that's a 23-minute sprint down. One more sprint after this. Let's see how far I got. I don't think I got that far. 82 words. And I'm right here, so at the end of page 15, so I didn't get far at all, but that's editing rather than writing, just slow. I like split a paragraph into like 3 or 4. I change certain start of the sentence and stuff like that, deleted like one word here or there to improve a sentence, stuff like that. So, and then I looked up a word that still doesn't fully describe what I'm looking for, and that's what I got done in 23 minutes. So I'm basically on page 16. But the white usually you need more improvement than what I wrote in the red, because I wrote this I don't know, a while ago, not exactly a year ago. I finished it in September 2025. Let's see when I started it. Outside of, I know I started this on my my Apple Notes in my phone, but I think every time I open it, I don't think Apple Notes have like the start date that you started it. So I started this, I pasted in 30,000 words in April 2025. I finished it in September. you probably can't really see this. Even if I was to remove the timer, it's still blurred out. So yeah, so April 2025. I can't really check my phone right now, but I started it in my notes app. So you know, the start of 2025. It's almost been, or probably been a year already that I started my newest story. And then I was probably just working on the plot sheet, the character sheets, the character information, stuff like that, and then a very rough draft outline of the story. And then after that, I was writing in words 2100, 330, 1200, 1700, 2100. So just writing when I can. So, and like if you subtract the 30,000 words in April that I pasted in, which it does that or something, I wrote like 22,000 words, 22,491 words in April to add to the story. I wrote almost every day in May, but less, a little under 20,000 words. Barely touched it in June. I think I was probably editing a little bit, I don't know, because I have like a -1 word count right here. Less than, well, I got 2,473 words in June, 1,344 words in July. Barely wrote at all in June and July. Yeah, because I was moving and packing in June and July, so that's likely why. Got back into it in August with 12,592 words added. I finished the zero draft in September with 45,000 words? No. Let me see. That's probably a big pace. Nope. Oh yeah. Okay, so I wrote 45,111 words in September, and I was able to finish it around there. Finish my zero draft around there because I was trying to get do the 50,000 word goal each month. Then October, you could tell I was editing because some days I was writing, but this one has a 0 word count. This one has a -160 word count. This one has a -52 word count. So a few negatives. I was editing, writing, adding in more words. I was still able to get 25,000 words. So yeah. This was a copy and paste 18,000 words in a day. That's why I started editing in October, November. But it's almost April. It's March of a new year. So from this document I've been working on for a year. Interesting information that this program gives you. It's called Scrivener. So all that talking I have is 8:30, so one more sprint. I'll start, and I don't think I'm gonna get much more done, but we'll get another sprint in. Sorry, I forgot to put the timer back up. I had started it, but I forgot to put it back up. So 14.5 minutes left. But if you look really, really closely, you probably can't see it, but it shows me right up here. Right up here. I don't think that's blurred out. Okay, that is the last sprint. I just want to finish this thought. Okay, so that puts me on page 17 out of 27, so we added another page, I believe, at the end. Yep, very little bit, but still added a page. This little white paragraph might get not deleted, but moved to a different chapter. So, does it really count? I don't know. Trying to go back to the page I was on. Okay, so page 17. I added 162 words. And let's see where that puts me at on my full novel. That puts me at page 278 out of 288. So yeah, today was a decent stream. Slow going for both my drawing and my writing. Just doing the tedious tasks. Line art, pretty tedious. Tracing, basically, getting details in, making clean lines, so that's slow going. Working on little tiny details like leaves and bushes. So, and then for my writing, I'm like going over a page that I already edited. Well, I didn't edit, I filled in some empty spots with all this red you're seeing, and now I'm going in and editing, and I just think that my zero draft writing is a little better than it was a year ago, so a bit less sloppy, a bit of improvement. So the white part needs a lot more work, while the red part I just wrote no more than 3 days ago. It's not as bad, so I'm kind of reading through it. The biggest problem I probably have right now currently is writing really thick paragraphs. So definitely separating those is one of my main things. And then what else I would say? Not separating my dialogue within the paragraph, so there's likely talking or a summary of what they could say within the paragraphs as well. So that's what I'm working on. It was a lot of fun. I really like my story. I like reading it. I like the characters, and I like the direction they're building up to be a little bit more three-dimensional, have like some character histories that like I'm building in. So for, you know, my two main characters, their siblings, they have best friends that they don't get along with, and that just came up through these former edits. Like, it was a little bit in there, like a little bit of snark, but now I have a reason for why, so I'm building up on that, so the story is growing. And it's just small improvements. So after I finish this first draft edits, I am up in the air. I like the change of colors to see what's old and what's new. So I wonder if for my second draft edits, they have a revision mode in Scrivener. And right now I'm on the first. I know you can't see it for many reasons. One of the reasons is the timer in the way. So they have a revision mode. And they have a few different, so first revision is in red, second revision, third. So the second is blue, third is green, fourth is orange, fifth is purple. So you could like switch out and it'll keep within that color. And I don't know if I want to reset this, like when I move it to the next folder, probably a whole new project, so it's not like 500,000 words on one page. That will slow my computer. When I move it, should I like turn it all back white? I'm gonna undo that, but turn it all back white and then start on the second draft revision that's gonna be blue, or about to say, can I not undo that? But yeah. Or should I keep it like this mix match colors and then have some blue added in it and I can see what's been changed? That's my preferred way. I like to see the many changes here and there because the changes will get smaller and smaller each time. So I would like to have my work a rainbow of colors in the revision phase, but that's for a later problem because I'm nowhere near the second draft edits. But that is all for me today. It is 9 o'clock. It is closer and closer to my bedtime. I have an hour before I should be in bed to get a proper night's sleep. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me, popping in and out. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and tomorrow I will be here at the same time doing the same thing, trying to make progress and get off of the same projects that takes me years to finish at this point. Months and weeks and years to finish. But thank you for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys.